for the finish. He's hurt.
What do you think about November 15th? If this is what you see happening, then you're definitely not wrong. The two fighters on the night come with a lot of history and very different boxing backgrounds. You could predict a knockout, especially with one of the greatest knockout artists in the fight. But what about a decision victory for either fighter? That's not out of the question either. However, many boxing fans like you believe Iron Mike Tyson might not have the energy or athleticism to fight for 8 2-minute rounds. A minute and a half left here in round 5, and Jake's looking for an opening. We're all hoping for a shocker. But hold on. Both Mike Tyson and Jake Paul step into the ring with their own set of advantages and disadvantages. Jake Paul enters the ring with a boxing background that's slightly below average. He has no amateur experience and only questionable professional experience. However, Jake Paul's youth and age work in his favor. With this advantage, he's managed to conquer most of his older opponents, who mainly consist of retired boxers and mixed martial artists. Interestingly, he holds on to this stance against Mike Tyson as well. As for the former undisputed world heavyweight champion, Mike Tyson, his advantage lies in his years of boxing experience and the unique style he used to wreak havoc on many careers in the 80s and 90s. In the build-up to the fight, the baddest man on the planet has been showing up with footage of his famous peekaboo boxing style. What has got many talking is the speed and energy that are still very much evident in how he uses the style. In one of the latest clips shared on his social media handle, Iron Mike Tyson was seen training with Rafael Cordero. This time, he wasn't just throwing punches at his trainer, he was also doing the peekaboo style as he tried to defend and attack simultaneously. Quite unusually, Rafael Cordero was wearing boxing gloves and throwing punches at Mike Tyson as well. However, Tyson defended the punches with the peekaboo style and threw counterpunches in return. When Mike Tyson made his professional debut as a heavyweight, he was relatively short, so his trainer, Cus D'Amato, invented a specific style for Iron Mike. It was the famous peekaboo style, which helped Tyson avoid shots, close in on the distance, and land his punches on the opponent. However, while these are advantages for Iron Mike Tyson, his major disadvantage going into this fight is his age. At 58, his offensive skills might not be as sharp as they once were. Coupled with that are his recent health issues, which could make things very complicated on fight night. Jake Paul is keen on taking advantage of this. Rooting for me and wanting to see me beat Mike was a no-brainer. I want to see how hard he hits. I really want to see, bro. Let's see all the legends, the myths, because you're Iron Mike Tyson, but I have an iron chin. People know that I take shots, he said. Jake Paul likes shaking the sports world to its core, and he thinks people are underestimating him in terms of dealing with Tyson's power. I'm biting off a lot. This is definitely the toughest, most savage, lethal opponent I've ever faced, regardless of age. Power is the last thing to go, but I think people are underestimating me, the 27-year-old added. I am biting off a lot, but this is definitely the toughest, most savage, lethal opponent regardless of age, because power is the last thing to go. But Tyson isn't underestimating Paul either. The fight, which will take place at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and will be streamed on Netflix, has raised questions surrounding the rules, given the more than 3-decade age difference between the two fighters. The fight is scheduled for 8 rounds of 2 minutes each, with both fighters wearing 14-ounce gloves at heavyweight. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is going on each other's professional record. Speaking earlier, Tyson said he was treating his fight with Paul as professional, even if it wouldn't be classed as such on official records. This is called an exhibition, but if you look up exhibition, you won't see any of the laws we're fighting under, he told Fox News. This is a fight. I don't think he's faster than me. I've seen a YouTube video of him at 16 doing weird dancing. That's not the guy I'm going to be fighting. This is a guy who's going to try and hurt me, which I'm accustomed to, and he's going to be greatly mistaken. Paul, meanwhile, has predicted he will be too fast for the 58-year-old who hasn't competed as a professional since he was 38. I think he's underestimating me. I truly think that, Paul said. It's a heavyweight fight. He's the bigger man, but I'm the faster man. He's a much stronger man, but I'm fresh. He's experienced, but I'm smart. But in the ring, he may be smarter. It's a really interesting matchup, and people see the training videos and think he's a beast, but I know I have what it takes to beat him. It's an honor to be in the ring with him, but I'm confident I'll have my hand raised. It's going to be tough. He's going to be getting inside, but I believe I have the faster feet and faster hands, and I'm going to be finding the angles. But it seems Jake Paul is losing all of his confidence, already overwhelmed with thoughts of a 58-year-old brutally knocking him out. Many fans have queried his feelings, claiming he's making himself the fearful one instead of Mike Tyson. Even Iron Mike Tyson has once admitted to being scared. About a month ago, Iron Mike told Fox News Channel's Sean Hannity, "Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. Anything I'm afraid of, I will confront it," he said. I don't think he's faster than me. Jake Paul is saying he wants to be a world champion, and that's my personality. Like right now, I'm scared to death, but as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality, and in reality, I'm invincible. Tyson said he trains every day and doesn't think Paul is faster than him, despite being half his age. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. Ahead of their highly anticipated boxing match on November 15th, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are set to have a press conference at Fanatics Fest in New York City on August 18th. Most Valuable Promotions, Netflix, and Fanatics events released a joint statement Tuesday, noting that the Tyson-Paul face-off will occur on August 18th at 2 p.m. inside the Javits Center in Nice. Let's get ready to rumble. Tyson and Paul were originally scheduled to clash on July 20th, but the fight date was moved back due to Tyson dealing with an ulcer. Despite the change, Tyson versus Paul is still set to be held at the Dallas Cowboys' at&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and it will stream live on Netflix. After Tyson versus Paul was postponed, Paul took a contest against former UFC fighter Mike Perry in July and beat him by 6th-round technical knockout to improve his career pro boxing record to 10-1. When Tyson and Paul finally meet on November 15th, Tyson will have a huge advantage in terms of boxing experience and accomplishments, as he went 50-6 in his career and won multiple world heavyweight titles. However, Tyson is now 58 years old and has not had an official professional fight since 2005. By comparison, Paul has only 11 fights to his credit, but he's more than 30 years younger at 27, and all of his fights have occurred in the past 4 years. "Listen, I started Jake off, and I'm gonna finish him," Tyson said confidently. Still, Tyson figures to be the biggest test of Paul's career thus far, since the bulk of his fights have come against former MMA fighters and relatively unknown boxers. While many boxing professionals feel Tyson is taking a step too far, Holyfield appears to be taking a different approach, backing Tyson to come out on top. Contrary to what other boxing professionals believe, Holyfield has a different take. If he stays close to Mike, then his chances of winning are going to